So let's talk about something big. Have you ever wondered if maybe, just maybe, getting rich is easier than we've all been led to believe? Today we're going to dive into this pretty wild idea that the path to wealth is actually more open right now than ever before. We'll look at why the old rules might be out the window and what timeless ideas still hold up. Let's get right into it. Okay, so here's the claim that really gets you thinking, that getting rich today is, and I'm quoting here, super easy. Now I know, that sounds completely ridiculous, right? But there's a reason people are starting to say this, and it has everything to do with these massive shifts in technology and how our economy works. So the question is this all just hype, or is there actually something to it? All right, to really get a handle on what's possible, you have to hear this stat. Somewhere in the world, a new millionaire is created every 21 seconds. Just think about that for a moment. By the time this short explainer is over, about 14 new millionaires will exist that didn't a few minutes ago. That isn't a slow drip, that's a fire hose of wealth creation. So what in the world is fueling this engine? Well, the answer starts with this simple recognition that we are living in the most abundant period in all of human history. The fundamental rules of the economic game have changed, and that means that those old, rigid playbooks for how to build wealth, they might not apply anymore.
And just look at how dramatically the walls have come down. It used to be your opportunity was tied to a physical office, right? Knowledge was locked away in expensive universities. And if you wanted to start a business, you needed a mountain of cash. Today, all of those chains are basically gone. You can work from anywhere, get a world-class education for free online, and launch a global company using tools that cost you absolutely nothing.
These are the modern tools of the trade, and they're available to almost anyone with an internet connection. Just think about the incredible leverage this gives you. You can learn a highly complex skill from a top expert without paying a dime. You can build something today and sell it to someone on the other side of the planet by tomorrow. You can use software to do the work that once required a whole team of people. And you can own a piece of the world's biggest companies with just the spare change in your pocket right from your phone. The barrier to entry has all but disappeared. But, and this is the crucial part, you can have all the best tools in the world, but if your internal programming, your mindset, isn't ready to use them, they are completely useless. See, the biggest barrier today isn't about access anymore. It's about psychology. This is where the real work actually begins. And it really comes down to a fundamental shift in how you see things. Most of us, we're taught to have a consumer mindset. Our main job with money is to spend it, and our main goal is to feel secure. The wealthy, though, they operate with a creator mindset. They're focused on building things and selling things, which puts them on the receiving end of money's flow. It's a really simple but powerful difference. Is your default setting to push money away or to pull it in? Now, this idea completely flies in the face of everything we see on social media, right? We think wealth is flashy cars and designer clothes. But decades of research, famously captured in the book The Millionaire Next Door, found that most truly wealthy people live pretty modest lives. Real wealth is the stuff you don't see. It's accumulated quietly, not paraded around for everyone to look at. And this is what that looks like in practice. Someone with a high income might pour all their money into things that lose value the second they buy them. You know, the fancy car, the expensive gadgets. But the person on the path to becoming a millionaire does the exact opposite. They direct their money into assets, things that are likely to be worth more in the future, like a business or an investment portfolio. See, wealth isn't about what you spend, it's about what you own that is quietly working for you. So what drives all these habits? It's something called your money blueprint. Think of it as the collection of unconscious beliefs about money that you picked up as a kid. If you grew up hearing things like money doesn't grow on trees or rich people are greedy, those ideas become an invisible script that runs your entire financial life, often without you even knowing it's there.
Okay, so theory is great, but how do we turn this mindset into an actual practical system? Let's break down a simple framework that anyone can use to start building their own personal wealth engine. And believe me, it is way simpler than you probably imagine.
I want you to think of your finances like a simple business. Every business has a ledger. On one side, you've got money coming in, your income, and things you own that make you more money, your assets. On the other side, you have money going out, your expenses, and debts you owe, your liabilities. The entire game of building wealth is just about managing the flow of money between these four boxes. And right here, this is the #1 wealth killer. It's called lifestyle creep, and it is the trap that keeps so many people stuck. What happens is you get a raise, and your spending immediately expands to match it.
A bigger paycheck just leads to a fancier car, a bigger house, more expensive hobbies, and the result? You're working harder than ever, but you're not getting any wealthier because there's nothing left over to put in that all-important asset column.
The wealthy do the complete opposite. When their income goes up, they resist that powerful urge to upgrade their lifestyle. Instead, they take that extra cash and they use it to buy more assets. And what do those assets do? They generate even more income. This creates a powerful, self-sustaining cycle where their money starts working for them instead of the other way around.
So what exactly are we talking about when we say assets? Well, it can be a lot of things. It could be starting a business, owning stocks, investing in real estate. But the most important asset you will ever own, the one that makes all the others possible, is you. Investing in your skills, your knowledge, and your mindset is the ultimate foundation, because you are the one who has the power to create all the other assets in your life.
You know, it's pretty amazing. When you look at nearly 100 years of the best financial advice out there, from books written back in the 1920s to modern studies, it all seems to boil down to the same three simple, incredibly powerful, and timeless rules.
This three-step process is the core engine of wealth, and it's shockingly simple. Number 1, pay yourself first, before anyone else gets a single penny. Number 2, use that money to buy assets. And number 3, keep your investing strategy dead simple. Let's quickly break those down.
This first rule, pay yourself first, is almost a century old, and it is pure genius. It means you don't save what's left after you're done spending. No, you treat your future self as your most important bill. The second your paycheck hits your account, a portion is automatically sent to your investments before you can even think about spending it. This simple little automation trick beats willpower every single time.
Now, as for investing that money, simplicity is your superpower. Decades of data have shown that a simple, boring, low-cost index fund, one that just tracks the whole stock market, consistently beats the vast majority of highly paid expert fund managers over the long run. The takeaway here is huge. You don't need to be a Wall Street genius to get excellent results. In fact, trying to be one usually makes things worse.
So, when you put it all together, what do you have? You have a model for building wealth that is surprisingly simple. The external barriers are lower than they've ever been, the tools are in everyone's hands, and the internal principles are timeless. All the information is right here. The only variable left in the equation is you. Ultimately, everything we've talked about really comes down to this one, single, powerful question. The next time you make any financial decision, just ask yourself this. Is this dollar buying me an asset that will put more money in my pocket in the future? Or is it buying a liability that will take money out? Answering that one question over and over again is what builds a wealthy life.